I'm gonna. Oh. Hello and welcome to 90-minute yoga sculpts. Today we're going to start with some foam rolling and tune-up balls. If you don't have tune-up balls, you could use tennis balls. Okay. So let's get started. Just 15 minutes of massage here, and this is Callie. She will be coming in and out of the screen. So we're going to start getting into the hip flexors. This is really great, especially if you've been sitting today. And you can listen to some relaxing music while you're doing this, just to help calm down and find some relaxation. Is that for me? Thank you. Oh. I'll find that later. Nope, there she is. Where'd it go? It's over there. It's over there. See it? Yeah, you see it now. So we're just going to go up and down the hip flexors, which are probably one of the tighter areas in most bodies. Is that a new toy? It seems like it's a pretty new toy. Oh, yeah. It's such a cute strawberry. If only it was a real strawberry and it would just be so delicious. All right, so now we're going to go down, move to the middle quad, and then just start to roll slowly down. I know, strawberry. And then you can also bend your knees here to get more of a eccentric quad stretch. How many toys does she have that have the treat? Where you can add the treat in? 2. Okay. Lots of good toys. All right, and then we're gonna hang out at the bottom of the thighs here. Get right above the knees. And then you can do a little sway if that feels good. Good, and then we're gonna go to the side of the knee. So right where you were, but just go straight to the side. We're not gonna go up the AT band. We're staying just on the side of the quad, the lateral edge of the quad. Oh, strawberry. There it is. And then we're going to go straight up to the side of the hip, the glute here, gluteus medius. And this is a really good area that tends to get pretty tight. So give it some attention, little side to side, sway. And just kind of as a way to understand the purpose of foam rolling is it helps to release the tight areas of the body. So if you can get the areas that are restricted to release, and then the yoga sculpt class is about strengthening the weak areas. That is a great complement. And this is how we'll be able to gain more mobility. So that's another reason why I really like to pair foam rolling before strength training. Okay, now we'll go to the glute max. So come on to the middle of the glute onto your roller. And just go a little bit up and down, a little side to side. Just kind of dig into the meaty area here. All right, and then we can just switch it to the other cheek. Come on to the middle of the glute. Just give it some attention here. This is the piriformis. The piriformis tends to get tight and can create low back pain, sciatica. There's a lot of nerves that go through this part of the skeleton of the spine, down through the lumbar spine, down into the legs. So it's really important, really nice to get this massage to release this tightness. Okay, and then we go to the side of the hip, so the gluteus medius. I'm just going to flip around. And you can feel it right at the top of your waist, this bony landmark here on the side of your hip. That's your iliac crest. So the iliac crests are kind of like the hood of a cobra. So that's kind of what I picture, that curve. So that's what your waist, your hip bones right there are in that nice curve. And we just kind of roll right in to the side. And then add a little sway, moving a little bit towards the front of the pelvis, and then towards the back of the pelvis. Just kind of feel the whole fascia, whole area loosen up. Okay, and then we'll go down to the side of the knee, just right at the lateral edge of the quad. Add a little massage here. All right, one more breath. Great. Okay, now we get to take the roller to the spine. Now, if you have a long roller, that's ideal. Otherwise, you could put a block underneath your hips, which I have one over here. If you don't have a block, you can use pillows, you know, anything that can support you if you don't have anything else. Pillows are great. So this foam roller is going to go, because I have a short one, I'm going to use this on my spine. And then I'm going to put the block under my hips. So I've got my head off the roller and my hands are going to hold it. But if you have blocks, or if you have bolsters or pillows or anything, please use that to support you, to support your head, to support your hips. So what I'm looking for is I want to get into my thoracic spine. So the thoracic spine is the part of the spine connected to the rib cage. And this is the part that rotates. Whenever we do twisting, right? Any type of like deep oblique work where we kind of rotate and flex, That's your thoracic spine. Obviously, back bending is your thoracic spine to open. Sometimes, a lot of times, people will have a lot of tightness in their thoracic spine and shoulders, which can restrict deep back bends. So in today's class, we are going to be focusing on thoracic spine mobility. So expect some twisting, some upper back work, shoulder blade work, and then we'll get to finish with back bending, which will be really lovely to just open up, especially as a way to move through emotion, right? As a way to let go and release blocks on the energetic level. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to add a little upper ab curl or head float. So start by nodding your nose down and then curling up off your shoulder blades. And just feeling the pressure of your low ribs pulling down, smoothing and curving through the upper spine. And then inhale to roll down. Exhale to curl. Feel the low ribs plug down. Inhale, curl down. And one more. Exhale, nod your nose, sink your sternum. Think about connecting low ribs towards hips. Feeling the line of energy working towards each other. Good. And then you can come on down. Now, this is definitely where I would prefer to have a cushion behind my head, but I don't, and it's okay, because I just want to demo this. So we're going to go into a little bit of scapular movement. Start by squeezing the shoulder blades together onto the roller, and then reach up. Good, and then squeeze, and then protract. So as I protract, I think about pressing my shoulder blades up into my back ribs, and I'm using a lot of work in my neck right now since I don't have a support under my head. This muscle in the front of the throat is working to hold me. Something I don't recommend if you have any kind of issues going on in the neck or shoulders. Okay, one more time. Press, protract, and retract. All right. Woo, my neck's on fire. That's a good workout. All right, now we can just start to take ourselves off the roller. And then we'll finish with massaging up the back of the neck. This is an area that really gets tight, right? Again, we're trying to release the tightness. So I'm going to start by keeping the back of my neck on the roller. And you know what? Actually, I'm sorry. I forgot we have tune-up balls. Let's use those. If you don't have tune-up balls, please continue to use the roller. If you have tune-up balls, we're going to put them on top of the block. And then I'm going to place the back of my neck onto the tune-up balls. And I want them to be right up against the base of my skull. So at the suboccipital muscles. Sorry if I don't say it, exactly correct. You get my point, right? Where the muscles are. Suboccipits. I hear people say them in many different ways. Suboccipits. I like to say the full thing. Suboccipital, occipital, occipital. I feel like it's a tongue twister. I think also because I have a little lisp. It's like an extra tongue twister for me. All right, so now I'm just kind of swaying a little side to side, just feeling the pressure from the left to the right. These muscles definitely get tight, especially just from the way we always use our neck. We're always sort of looking up. We're kind of using our neck to move forward sometimes when we walk, right? So there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the neck that it's important to pay attention to. Something that I like to remember is as I walk, to lengthen through the back of my spine from sacrum to back of the head. And that's really helping me to not use my head and neck to sort of go forward. I just am moving forward with my hips. You know, now that we're in this COVID era, times are not as scheduled, you know. We don't necessarily have as many things going on in our day. So I invite you to take time to notice how you walk, how you hold your body, to be more in your body and be mindful of how you move, how you hold yourself, and how you hold your neck. All right, we're going to take the tune-up balls down to the upper trapezius, which is at the, I take it off the block here, which are right at the base of the neck. And if you need to take them out of the stack, you can do that too. Okay, so I've got mine right on the upper traps where I have my knots. Those knots are always right there. I know exactly where I need these. So if you know your knots, put them there, get them in there. So the upper trapezius tends to be very tight from all of our lifting of our shoulders. It's one of the most common movements that we do unconsciously. And then option to add on a block under your hips to get more pressure into the balls. And then from here, you can take your hands to your shoulders, or if you want to wrap your elbows, you can. And then I'm just going to do a little rock side to side here. Just really feel the pressure. If it feels sore, you want to stay there. You want to really apply the pressure into that soreness, because that soreness is your body telling you that there's restriction, that there's some limitation of freedom in your fascia, right? It's on the muscle, not the bone. And you have to also relax. If you're tightening that area, it's not going to release. So you have to really be conscious of relaxing in your upper traps. Really let go of the wall, of the shield. Know that you're safe. Know that you're on your mat. You're doing a self-care practice of being present, of being in your body. Okay, you're welcome to have your eyes open or closed. Make sure that you feel that you can trust yourself. That's all part of moving the energy and the emotion. Tell yourself some affirmations like, I am safe. I am calm. I am present. All right, one more breath here. See if you can add a little more pressure. All right, we get to move on. Yay, Callie! Oh, not the face. Okay, we're gonna come. Oh, I think she wants the tune-up balls. We are gonna start our yoga sculpt class. Okay, so for the class, I've got our playlist here. It's called Queen. And we're going to start the first song together. So let's start the first song, which is called Spirit. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh yeah, my neck feels great. Oh, I'm so glad we massaged that. So for Yoga Sculpt, you only need a set of heavy weights and a set of light weights. Find your sitting bones. You can sit on a block here. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. And then just notice your shoulders are just heavy down your back. Your arms start from your back, right? Your shoulder blades are on your back. And that's where your movement of your arms come from. See if you can really feel that space of your shoulder blades. Let's bring the elbows up to goalpost. And we'll start by circling one arm, one shoulder blade at a time. Start with your left shoulder blade, going up towards the ear, down the back, out wide, up and down the back. So you're feeling the shoulder blade moving independently. Your elbows are in your peripheral vision here. So when your arms are in this angle, it's called the scapular plane. I'll be cueing you in your scapular plane. And then we switch, circle the other way. Just one shoulder blade at a time. Notice if you're able to keep your core engaged, keeping you in your center. So the spine doesn't sway. We're not changing the ribs. We're just moving the shoulder blades. Remember that your arm starts from your back. Feel the connection to your back. Okay, let's switch. Other shoulder blade. Rotate, circle. Like the wheels of a train, right? You're sort of circling. And then we switch, circle the other way. Again, keep your spine really still. Your ribs in. Nice and tall from your sit bones. One more circle. Okay, we'll do both together. Start by going down together and then up and out wide. Down together, up and wide. Down together, up wide. Good. So you're feeling that beautiful movement. Switch directions, going up, together and down, and broaden across. Together and down and a broaden. Down and broaden. 2 more. Down and broaden. Down and broaden. Beautiful. Take the arms up. That's it. And then we're just going to start by interlacing the fingers. See if you can press up through the wrists to straighten your elbows. And then inhale, create a little arch. See if you can reach your sit bones back. Keep the heart opening. Exhale, curl the tailbone forward and round, flex through your upper spine like we did on the roller. Inhale, arch, reach the sit bones back, arms back. Exhale, round, tailbone forward, curl, upper spine. One more, inhale, arch. Exhale, and round. Okay, let's find center. Keep your interlace. Take it to the left. So you're getting a nice side stretch here. Oh, that's a big bone. She's showing off her toys. All right, so that outer sit bone reaches down, and it's more than just a leaning. It's more of a translation of your ribs. So actually take your outer hand and take it to your ribs here. This is going to help. And then pull your ribs Press your ribs towards the outer hip as you find that arch. Good. Inhale, center. Let's switch the other hand underneath. And then translate the ribs over to the side. This is how we get thoracic mobility. The side bend comes from the thoracic. Keep reaching the outer sit bone down. Okay, inhale. Interlace the fingers the other way, other thumb. Flip the palms up. And then we're going to twist towards the left. Rotate the rib cage. Rotate from the heart. Adding your head, turning a little more. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Turn the heart. Turn the head. Press down into the outer hip, outer sit bone. Inhale, center. Beautiful. Take wrist circles all the way down. So we've got our spine ready to go. We're going to come into tabletop. So from tabletop position, we're starting with some scapular push-ups. Start with letting the breastbone sink down, retracting your shoulder blades, and then lift your sternum, your breastbone up into your back body, between your shoulder blades as you protract. Okay, so retract, sink the breastbone, protract, lift it between the shoulder blades. Remember, your arms start from the back. So find your connection to your back. We tend to not really think about our backs just because of the culture we live in, right? We look in the mirror, we look at our front body. We don't really look at our back body. Creating lots of space from the ribs to the scapula. One more time. Find your protraction. Press and broaden between the shoulder blades as you drive the fingers down. Lengthen the elbows. All right, we're going to tuck the right foot and then take the left knee to nose. Curl, keep your curl, keep pressing between the shoulder blades. Good, take the foot back, right knee to nose. Feel the curl, the lift from your low ribs. Take it back, left knee to nose. Keep the upper spine flexing and switch. Right knee to nose. Good, one more each side. Left knee, round, round, round the upper back. And switch. Really good. Pedal the legs. Take your gaze forward between the hands. Make sure the back of your neck is long. Think about the back of your sacrum all the way to the back ribs and back of the head. All one line. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down. And then keep the external rotation of your arms going as you bend the elbows. And then come down to the belly. All right, we get to work our upper extension. Keep the back of the head in line with the back of the ribs as you inhale, long spine. Exhale, lift up through the upper chest. You can come on to the pubic bone here. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Now that core really needs to stay contained. Exhale, lift. Little to no weight in the hands. All of this is coming from the work of your back. Shoulder blades down your back, broaden through the collarbones. For 4, Push down into the feet, bury your sacrum. For 2. 1 more. Okay, let's hold it here. Find your strong extension. Anchor the pubic bone, reach the hands by your hips. Now we're gonna go right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. Right, left, right, and left. Good, so getting your side flexion here. See if you can move from your thoracic spine, just like we worked on, using the hand as a cue. Keep your gaze down so the neck stays long. Hips are anchored. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the forehead rest. Clasp your hands. Press your hands back so you're getting a nice stretch through the front shoulders. All right, we're going to take the hands down, pressing on it. Find your downward facing dog. Bending the knees. Do your run in place, pedal the legs. One heel down, the other knee bending. Okay, find your downward dog here. We're going to start by walking the feet forward. This is a great way to test your hamstrings. Walk the feet all the way forward. And then keep about a hand's distance between the feet. Bend the knees. Find chair. Take your hands to your chest. Hands to your sternum. Stay there. And then add a rotation of the spine to twist without changing your legs. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Anchor down through the heels. Keep your inner thighs active. That helps to isolate and stabilize the low body. Rotate from the upper spine. Your hands are at your heart, so you think about turning from the heart, turning the gaze from your heart. Okay? Without needing to move the hands. Breathe into your body. One more time. Each side. Okay, come on up. Take a moment here. Circle the arms, shoulders. All right, we're going to start with the left foot down. Take your right foot back. Come into warrior 1. So your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. The wider your stance, the more balance. And then clasp your hands, press down, open through the collarbones. Find that energy through the arms as you exhale to fold forward. Humble warrior. Plug the left hip back into the socket as you anchor the back heel down. One breath here. Inhale, coming up halfway. Take your right hand either to the outside of the foot or bend the elbow onto the thigh, okay? My left hand's going onto my sacrum. I'm just gonna rotate. That's it, getting more rotation here. All right, inhale. We're coming up to warrior 2. So back foot is now at 90 degrees, in line with the back edge of your mat. Good, and then we take the front arm and we bend the elbow. Now your back hand can go to your elbow or hand to hand, or using the strap if you prefer. And then add a little side bend. Here we go, side bend again. Flexion from the thoracic spine. Beautiful. And then windmill the arms. Take a optional vinyasa. Meet me in downward facing dog. Look forward. Walk your feet slowly, little by little, for your hamstring mobility. Look out for the puppy in the way of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach your sit bones back, crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Okay, this time we're going to take one heavy weight, or if you want two, that's fine. And then hands to the chest. We're going to rotate and center. Rotate, center. Remember, the hips don't change. Keeping your hands by the heart is a great place to gauge how your rotation is moving. You're always rotating from the heart. You want to go more into the upper thoracic spine, not the lower ribs. Good. Turn from the upper chest. Exhale to twist. Weight in the heels. 4, 3. Keep sitting the sit bones down. 2. And 1. Good. Forward fold to put the weight down. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep the right foot down. And then step the left foot back. Warrior 1. We're taking the hands into clasp behind the back. Different thumb on top. Stretch the arms. Open the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Bow forward. Humble warrior. Anchored into the back of the heel. Spiral the front hip into the socket as you keep lengthening through your spine. Inhale to rise halfway. Left hand to the outside of the foot or elbow onto thigh. Right hand on top of your sacrum. And then find the rotation coming from the heart. See how the sacrum, you're really keeping that back, you're lengthening back, and then the head is reaching away. So you always want to think about the back of the head reaching up away from the sacrum. Rotate from the heart. One more breath. All right, inhale, warrior 2. We're going to take that front elbow again. Up, bending the elbow, hand to elbow or hand to hand. Press more into the back foot, lengthen through the back leg to bring the front knee over ankle. Add a side bend here, translate the ribs to the right. One inhale and exhale, windmill the arms, optional vinyasa. Remember, you can always use the knees to come down. Shoulder blades away from the ears. All right. Pedal it out. All right. Come on down to the knees. We're going to have some fun here. Start with some heavy weights. So staying on the leg, on the shins, you can also tuck the feet underneath if you're having any issues, discomfort in the ankles. You can also cushion your knees, right? There's an option to put a little pillow or cushion that you can make sure it's feeling comfortable for you. All right, so we're gonna lean back, bicep curls. Ready? Curl, curl. Curl, good. Adding that lean back is just nice to challenge the core. Make sure it's not a back bend, that you're feeling the knees drive down. You're connecting into your gluteal folds, your low glute creases to your hamstrings. You want to think about lifting up from there, activating, keeping the ribs contained, shoulder blades down the back. Engage the front of your neck, nice and long. It's up to you how far back you go. If you bend the knees more, the further you go, right? It's also a thigh stretch, a quad stretch, which is why I love it. Especially if we want to do back bends, right? You got to stretch the hip flexors. Press more into the shins and feet. Exhale. Exhale. Curl. Curl. Feel those biceps get fatigued. That's how we want. We want to get tired in the muscles. We want to feel the burn. So we know we'll get results. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come to center. Hands are facing each other. Reach it back and in. Back, back. So external rotation. Good. Show you here. I'm really reaching down through my knees. And I'm keeping the core in. Think about your pubic bone reaching up towards your navel. There's a lot of good strength there. Open up through the collarbones. Work on the back. Think about your arms moving from your back. Press, 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 press. Good, just 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it wide on 1. Good, bicep curl. That's it. I know, it's always the second round that gets us. I told you we needed to fatigue those biceps. This is how we do it. Endurance. Good, to get in those biceps, to squeeze as the hands go to the shoulders. And then after we do this kneeling set, we are going to move on and do our full compound movements with our yoga asanas. Again, you have the option to lean back. You want a little more work in your abs and a stretch in your quads, your thighs. Exhale, exhale. You're getting so strong. Just 8 to go. 8, 7, 6. Can you lean back now for 5? For 4, push down into the shins. Anchor down the knees. Lengthen up through the spine. For 2 and 1. Beautiful work. Heavy weights go down. Oh yeah, feeling it today, right? Okay. We're going to come down into a real quick forearm balance. Forearm, not balance, forearm stand. Pincha Mayurasana. Forearm plank. If you want to do pincha, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. So we're going to do scapular push-ups here, okay? We start with a retraction, protraction. Retraction, protraction. You can do this on your knees. You can do this in a tabletop also. Retract, protract. Move your arms from your back. Your back, behind the ribs. Gotta keep your core contained. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Sphinx pose, knees, hips on the ground. Anchor the pubic bone, bury the sacrum. Lengthen up through the top of your head. Plug your shoulder blades down and wide. Beautiful. We're going to bend one knee, squeeze the hamstring, and then switch, switch, switch. Contain the ribs. Keep pressing down the shoulder blades and wide. Really finding the anchor of your shoulder blades. Are you feeling more space in your ribs and chest? For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend both knees. Lift the abdominal wall away from your pubic bone. Find that lift, find that length through the crown of your head. Back of the neck is long. One more breath. Squeeze the hamstrings. Awesome. We're going to take a quick child's pose here. Keep your spine long. Let your chest melt towards the earth. Create that beautiful length through your spine, and then press down into the hands. Feel the anchoring of your shoulder sockets as you press down. One more inhale. Open mouth, exhale. All right, come on up, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. We get to flow through our compound movements now. Inhale your left leg high. Take a bend in your knee and circle your hip. Circle through the hip joint. Knee stir. Switch direction. Circle. Lubricate through the joint. Exhale, knee to nose. Good. Feel that core. Feel the flexion of your upper spine. And then step forward. Take a hold of your heavy weights. Coming up into warrior one. Gonna hinge forward here, create a little more diagonal. Tricep kickbacks. Ready? Back, bend, back, back. Reach, reach, reach. Lift the abdominal wall from your pubic bone towards your low ribs. Energize the back leg. Reach, reach. Good. Last 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the heart. So I've got both weights next to in front of my heart here. We're going to hinge forward and rotate. Center, rotate, center, rotate, rotate. You can go half time if you want to have a little more fun. This is a little wild. We're going to maybe take the back leg up and half time that twist. Going up for 2, center for 2. Twist for 2, center for 2. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. One more. Up, up, down, down. That was fun, right? Okay. Take the heavy weights down. Real quick, take a nice little pyramid pose. Back heel is down for this. You can always use your weights like blocks. Okay, those are there for you if you need. Long spine, reach the sit bones up. All right, let's move on. Heavy weights go down. Take your light weights. Warrior 2. So here I'm going to have us take the front hand to the opposite hip, bending through the elbow. And then we're just going to go up, up, up. Good. So I'm bringing my arm to shoulder height. Press more into the back leg. We're getting into the shoulder here. Pull, 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 pull. Now, if you want more, you can always take the back arm and hold. It's only a 2-pound weight, right? 2 pounds is nothing. We hold way more heavier stuff with one arm. Like Callie, like little Frenchies. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take the elbows parallel, heels in, toes out. Find your goddess pose. Good. We're going to rotate the hands up and up. I know that front arm is already a little fatigued. That's okay. We're going to be repeating the other side. We already in life are pretty unilateral. We do uneven movements all the time. So it's not as important to make everything even. We're going to do the other side on the right side, right? 8, rotation, external rotation. Move your arms from your back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You're going to press up and down. Short set here. Add the legs up and up. Last 8. Shoulder press. Add the hands parallel at the top. Press. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hand to the hip. Take that front arm up. Little side bend. Translate the ribs. Inhale, center. Exhale, pull, pivot. Plant those weights. Optional vinyasa. All right. Pedal it out a little. Stretching through. Feel it out. Inhale the right leg back. Bend the knee. Circle the hip. Circle. Switch direction. Circle the other way. And then exhale, knee to nose. Flex the upper spine. Curl, not the nose up. And then step forward. All right, take your heavy weights. Warrior 1. Legs. Hinge forward. Tricep kickbacks. Kick back. Kick back. Energize from the inner arch up through your inner leg. Lift from pubic bone to navel. Long spine through the back of your spine. Sacrum to the back of the head. Oh, me and Kelly match. We're both great today. Yeah, feel that slight retraction of the shoulder blades. Shoulders going down the back. Just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, exhale 3, 2, 1. Take the hands to the heart, stay low, rotate, center, rotate. Rotate from the chest, keep your hands at your heart, connect it to the heart. So we're not moving the hands, we're just moving the chest. This is important just so you can get the actual rotation from the chest. Okay, and then the other option is the 2 count with the lifted leg, because I know there's some of you out there who want it. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down. Last 4. Up, up, down. 2 count. Just breathe. Find your core. Find your breath. 1 more. All right, we got to put those weights down or use them as blocks. Find pyramid pose. Anchor the back heel down as you lengthen the front hip, right hip pulling back. or just hamstring stretch, yeah? Okay, heavy weights down. Take a hold of your light weights, warrior 2. And now we take the back hand to hip, front hand to the opposite hip, and then press, press. Good, nice cross pull. Pull, push more into the back foot, get into that stretch. Pull, exhale as you pull. Good, 8 more, 8. Think about the anchor, think about your feet really rooting down. 4, 3, 2, 1, good. We're gonna take the heels in, toes out. And then from here, we're taking the hands in front of the hips, and we go out to the side and down, out and down. Can you stay low? Reach your sit bones straight down. Keep the front ribs contained. Lift and lift. Feel like she's posing. Oh, is that a good spot? She looks so comfortable, relaxed. We're over here sweating. Exhale, we got 8 more. This is why we use light weights, because this area can get a little pinchy. We want to make sure our shoulder blades reach down. 4, 3, broaden those shoulder blades. 2, hold it on 1. Stay here. We rotate one thumb and switch, 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 rotate, rotate, rotate. Keep your ribs in, contain the core. Last 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hands to the heart. Ooh, yeah, shoulder blades down the back. This is the finish for standing work. Hinge forward. I know, we're hinging, we're using gravity. And then we rotate, center, rotate, center. Twist, remember not to move the hands. Keep them on your chest, keep them on your heart, and move from your heart. This is training the body, training the nervous system of how to move intentionally with healthy alignment. That's what makes this functional fitness, right? Is that we're learning our body how to move properly. We're teaching our body where it has more space, more agility. The more we do it, the more we get used to it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're taking warrior. Take the front arm up, side bend, and then pull, pivot, and plant your weights. Optional vinyasa. All right. I'm going to invite you, since we just did a lot of really good strengthening, and we did some shoulder presses, right? So you're welcome to do this with a wall and practice handstands. So the walls there is just a safety measure. That's what's so nice about taking YouTube classes at home, right? Is you actually can just use your own space, and you typically will have a wall. So you can stay still and just hold your handstand, or we're gonna do presses. Yeah, it's like a shoulder press. Okay, so come from down dog, bring your shoulders over your wrists. That's important, get those stacked first. And then from there, you're gonna start to kick up and find your handstand. You can also play with floating as well. So from your handstand, we're just gonna bend, press, bend, press, bend, press. Push the floor away. Relax around the eyes. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, good. Take it down, shake it off. Circle it off. From here, we're just going to circle around the ribs, barrel rolls. You can do this seated or in tabletop. Circle the ribs. Switch direction. One more breath. All right. Shoulders should be feeling pretty good. We're going to go into our bridge work. Come on down to your back. So from here, before we go up into bridge, we're going to just do some pelvic tilts. Bring the tailbone up by weighting down your sacrum. And then do the opposite. Weight the tailbone down, reach the sit bones down and forward. Let the sacrum lift. Curl, reach down. Tailbone curls, sit bones reach down. North, south. North, south. So if you can see, I'm isolating the pelvis. I'm not moving my knees a lot. I'm trying to not move them. It's hard. And so that requires the inner thighs to isolate. And there's a lot of lovely movement that happens around the pelvis. Lots of muscles, deep, deep muscles that release. Reach, tuck, reach. Think about the back of your sacrum, like a stamp that you're imprinting. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we curl to north and we roll up sequentially. Hold your shoulder blades down on the mat and then sink the sternum, the breastbone between your shoulder blades. Feel that upper spine curl. Okay, hold it there. We're just going to take one knee up and down. March, switch, switch, switch. I'm keeping the breastbone pulling down, yeah? This is to help create deep flexion. Press into the arms slightly, back of the head heavy. We're not putting weight in the neck. Keep the weight in the shoulders. For 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, take the leg straight up, rotate internal, external rotation. Internal, external, internal, external. Rotate from the hip socket, like you're turning a doorknob. 4, 3, 2, 1, bring the foot down, other leg comes up, hold it, maybe straighten it, pivot, turn, 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 the other leg doesn't move. Nice, feel all that beautiful space. 4, 3, 2, 1, take it down. Now we can sequentially roll down, find your sacrum, and then roll back up. Explore the full range, so go all the way down, and then let the sit bones reach forward, yeah? And then turn the tailbone up to north to curl up. Yep, get all the way into the pelvic mobility. As you curl down, you should think about your abdominals. Feel that abdominal work. Sequentially rolling, so great for the spine. One more time. Hold it up in your next bridge. We're going to think about the sit bones and hips moving in the same plane, but tilting, arcing the tailbone. Left sit bone towards right knee, right sit bone towards left knee. Arc the tailbone, right to left, right to left. This is also like hip hiker. Just kind of a nice variation of bridge. Arc, arc, arc. Back of the head heavy. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sequentially roll down. All right, you ready? We're going to do our back bend. So you can do a full yoga version of bridge, clasping the hands underneath, or you can do one-legged bridge, or if you'd like to join me in wheel, also known as upward facing bow. Hands by the ears, root down into the heels to lift up into your bridge, and then to the top of the head. Press into the hands, keep the arms parallel before you come up. You can always scoot your head closer to your hands first for more room, and then push off. Feel the press of your heels down to feel the lengthening and opening through the front of your pelvis and hips. And then your thoracic spine is moving towards the gap between your arms. Push more into the heart. Open the heart, one more breath. All right, let the head come on down. Tuck the chin, and then slowly sequentially roll down. Good work. Keep your spine straight. We don't want to curl. We don't want to bring the knees in. Keep your spine straight. And let's just take the knees up into tabletop. I'm letting my sacrum, my tailbone stay nice and rooted. I'm not trying to flatten my low back. My low back stays a little bit lifted, arched. Okay, we're going to go just one foot toe tapping, other foot toe tapping. Think about that nice long spine. You can always take your hands from your front hip bones to your low ribs and feel the containment of your core. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to take the feet together. See if you can touch the soles of your feet together. And then sort of like you're holding with your hands, you're using your feet to hold. Between the feet, there's a little gap. Stretch the knees up away from the hips. Find more of a diamond. One leg at a time. Right foot tap, left foot tap. Think about the wrapping around the femurs into the sit bones. Feel the work from the back of the leg. Tap, tap. Good. Think about the wrapping through the thighs. The rotation, the opening comes from the rotation of your femurs. Energize the feet. Think of the knees reaching every time you come down. How's your core? You got the suspenders here. Hip bones to rib bones. My spine is still straight. It's still in neutral. but I'm getting my core challenged. Tap, tap, tap. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take the feet down and then find that you're in a butterfly. Stay in butterfly if you like, or join me in butterfly bridge. Press off the hips. So I'm really feeling this external rotation from the thighs to activate the outer legs all the way into the sit bones. That's where the work is. Let the heart open, back of the head heavy. One more breath here. Exhale out of the mouth. And then come all the way down. Beautiful work today. We're just going to finish with a little bit of stretching and then meditation. Start with your left foot on top of your right knee. Or you can stay there. You can also thread your left hand through. You can use a strap if you prefer for figure 4. Slowing down the breath. And then a happy baby. Take your knee towards shoulder. I'm pulling reaching from the inside of the knee to the outer edge of the foot. Keep the sacrum flat. And then from this position, just see if you can straighten through the leg. Doesn't need to be straight, just reach through to get the hamstring stretch, inner thigh stretch. One more breath. All right, we're taking it across the body into a twist. You can keep your legs straight here. You can stack the knees, or you can cross the knees. And then adding your head turning to the left. Okay, let's come on to center. Right foot on top of left knee. Figure 4, option to thread the right hand or use a strap. Slowing everything down. Knowing that you took this time to be on your mat, to be in your body, to be present. So many benefits to doing this daily. Doesn't have to be 90 minutes or 60 minutes. Just the fact that you take time out to be with yourself, to be present. It gives you so much more nourishment, right? Okay, we're taking half happy baby, knee to shoulder, hand reaches through the inner knee to the outer foot. Making sure my sacrum is flat here as I pull gently. One inhale, grow nice and long through your spine, expanding your back ribs. Exhale to let it all go. And then we stretch out through the leg, playing with your range. Do this actively. We want to really energize through the heel as you sink the femur down. And then we take the leg over into a twist. Keeping the leg straight, stacking the knees or crossing the knees. Turn your head to the right. All right, and we're gonna finish with a pose I don't normally usually offer, but because we did a lot of thoracic stuff today, I think that we can do this pose, shoulder stand. So if you have a wall, you are welcome to use that wall. In fact, I should probably show you. If you have blankets at home, you can stack your blankets against the wall and have that as your support. So I don't have blankets, but imagine if this were blankets, okay? That's what that would be for. Okay, so that is gonna be for the shoulders. So the head comes off of the blankets, the shoulders are here, and then the feet can be on the wall. So I'll do that variation. Otherwise, if you don't have a wall, you can just do it in the air, right? Okay, so I've got my shoulders on the blankets and my head off the blankets. And then shoulder stand. I'm doing legs up the wall, but shoulder stand is with the feet up and the hips above the shoulders. Now I want you to make sure you're not putting any weight in the neck, right? I can still turn my head, but don't really turn it. Keep weight in the shoulders, okay? And your hands come to your low back. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do this. You can do legs up the wall pose. You can do plow pose. Anything that you prefer. It's just nice to really feel the space that we've created in our thoracic spine by widening the collarbones, or also known as smiling the collarbones, and pressing more into the shoulders, lengthening the back of the neck. One more breath here. And then you're welcome to stay in legs up the wall. If you are using a wall for a shoulder stand, you can come on down and away from the wall. And we do a little fish pose. So what happens in fish is we lift onto the top of the head. So it's a little back bend, just to release the neck. And then gently come on down to a flat back or legs up the wall. Make yourself comfortable. You can put a little pillow above your eyes. You can turn the lights down. You can turn the music down. I'm going to turn mine down here. And just settle in for this meditation. You've done the work. Now it's okay. It's time to surrender. This is only a 10-minute meditation. You have the option, again, to be lying down, to be in legs up the wall. You can also be seated or leaned with your back on the wall and seated. Whatever is the most comfortable for you, where you feel like you can really tune in, where you can surrender, right? The word surrender means to embrace the experience. So much of our mind is programmed for habits, for things that we are conditioned to do. But creating new awareness requires a surrendering of letting go of control, of taking that time to notice. And it requires a little more effort. It's not cognitive function, which is very left brain. This is much more right brain, nurture, and present, and slowing down. So we want to give attention to the right brain when we go into meditation. They say that this part of the brain is where we hold more of our emotional intelligence. And also in the spiritual realm, it's where we are able to tune into frequencies, to tune into intuition. And intuition can sound like a whisper when the cognitive mind, the left brain, it likes to shout, it likes to yell. So in meditation, we are creating a discipline of quieting that part of the mind, the cognitive wanting to figure out, to process, or to judge, right? To just create an opinion, while letting that go through practice, it gets easier. And choosing, really, in my experience, to just ignore it, to almost not finish the sentence, to not think so intently on what that thought is, but just let it become a background noise. And then tune in to the sound of your breath and the sound of your heartbeat. And the slower that you can breathe, and the more you can focus on your breath and notice where the sensation travels. Eventually, you will be able to hear that whisper. Take a moment to check in where you are in your thoughts. If you have become focused on the left brain thoughts, see if you can fade away from that focus. This is part of the discipline, part of the practice. And tune back into your heart. If you feel any nervousness, it does help to place your hand on your heart and the other hand on your solar plexus. This helps to contain your energy into your own vortex, into your own body. Feel that you are here. Feel the sensation of your ribs with your breath, moving down into your hips, moving through you as you exhale. Be in your breath. So you are welcome to stay in the meditation. Feel free to pause or end the video. If you want to move on, start to deepen your inhale. Feel the expansion through your back ribs. And exhale through your mouth. H-A-A-A. Two more times. Inhale, expand your back ribs down. Exhale. One more inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Take your hands to your heart in prayer. Thank you so much for taking your time out to practice with me today. Sending you love from my heart to yours. Namaste. Please leave a comment of how this class felt for you today, and if there's anything in particular that you really enjoyed. Thank you so much.